a foreign worker working in Canada with an approved work permit, you may wonder if you could apply for your dependents as well, so such as your wife, if your wife can apply for a work permit and what kind of work permit. In such a case, you have to look at if you meet the following conditions, meaning you as the applicant, the foreign worker that has an approved work permit. So there are a few conditions. One is your work permit is valid for at least 6 months. And this is very important because sometimes clients call us or contact us, and even though they qualify for everything else, the actual work permit that they have is soon to come to expire. If your work permit is not valid for 6 months or more, you cannot file for an open work permit for your spouse. Also, the work that you're doing in Canada actually meets the minimum skill level that's required. Usually for that minimum skill level, there's a diploma required. So if you don't know if a diploma is or isn't required for your position, the second or the third way of knowing this is by making sure that your work permit or your skill qualifies under NOC O, A, or B. If your work permit was issued, you as the applicant, you have a work permit that's issued under C or D, you cannot apply for an open work permit for your wife or your partner. So again, I repeat, if your work permit is issued under NOC A, O, or B, you can apply for an open work permit for your spouse. However, if it's not, you cannot, okay? The other thing is you are in Canada and you're allowed to work. Sometimes, even though you have a valid work permit, something may happen with the law. You may have done something wrong and they all of a sudden take your work permit or they restrict you and things like this. So long as you're still allowed to work in Canada and there's no other issues, just keep in mind that your work permit should be valid for 6 months or more and that your occupation is under NOC A, B, or O. And how you know that, if sometimes it's not stated directly on the work permit itself, is most positions under A, B, or O actually require a diploma. So those are the two indications you can look at to see if you can bring over your wife under an open work permit. If this applies to you or you have any questions, feel free to call us at any time. Thank you.